Like, do any of you guys feel like 2020 is like, what the F? Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I wanted to do a chit chat get ready with me. I haven't done one in a really long time, and I just wanted to give you guys like a life update, what I've been up to, and just do my makeup and talk to you guys. I know a lot of people are going through a lot right now, including me, just with everything that's going on in the world. So yeah, it's taken me a while for me to film a video just because I really don't like filming whenever I am feeling down or stressed or like anxious, because it just stresses me out even more thinking of filming, because I also do my own editing, and editing can be a very long process. Anyways, so I had an idea of doing my makeup with all of the products that I took with me to my trip to California. So this is my makeup bag that I took all of my makeup in. I got this bag from Target. It's from, I think, Sonia, Kashuk. Yeah, they have really good like makeup bags and things like that. I thought that this one was really cute, so if I can still find it on Target, I will link it down below. All right, so I'm gonna prime my face first. So I took this with me. This is the mini Smashbox Photo Finish Foundation Primer. I try to take as many travel size products with me whenever I go on a trip. Anyway, so yeah, you guys, a lot has been going on. If you guys follow me on Instagram, then you probably like know that I was on vacation, and that's why I didn't upload for some time. I was going to try to upload while I was on vacation. That just didn't happen. I didn't edit my videos before I left, and then obviously when I'm over there, I don't really want to edit because I'm on vacation, and editing does take a long time. So that's one of the reasons, you know, why I haven't uploaded. And then all this stuff happened when I got back due to the coronavirus. It just put me in like a really bad funk. But I know that a lot of people are relying on, you know, people on YouTube to just, you know, have an escape or something to watch, or like entertainment and things like that. So I just felt like just let you guys know like that you guys are not alone if you're feeling kind of stressed or like it's overwhelming, because that's kind of like how I feel right now. So I'm gonna go with concealer next. This is the Beauty Blender concealer. So I went to California because my grandma was turning 80 years old. They were going to do a party for her, and I just really wanted to go. The last time me and Alfred, my boyfriend, went to California, we had a really good time, and he really liked it over there, and I wanted us to go again. Going to my grandma's birthday would be a perfect time for us to go. It just so happens that her birthday and my mom's birthday are on the same month, so they usually celebrate it at the same time. My mom has been going to California for her birthday pretty much every year since like the past 3 or 4 years, and I have gone with her like the past 2 years. At this point, I feel like it's kind of like a tradition for us to go in March to celebrate my mom's birthday and my grandma's birthday. And then I also have an aunt, just like my mom's sister. Her birthday is on the same month as well, so they all celebrate over there, and they do like a really big family gathering, and it was just really amazing. I love my family. I have a really big family. If you guys don't know, my grandma had 7 kids. I have a lot of aunts and uncles, and I have a lot of cousins. So I actually have a really big family that lives in California and Los Angeles area. So they all live in Los Angeles. I love going to LA. Now at this point, I just consider it like my home away from home. I love going there and visiting my cousins and spending time with my family there. I mainly go over there to spend time with my family. There's so many things to do there, and one of the things that we really wanted to do was go to Disneyland, because Alfred had never been to Disneyland. I've been there when I was little, and the last time we went to California, Alfred and I went to Universal Studios, and that was his first time at Universal Studios as well, and he loves theme parks. He is obsessed. He's obsessed with like roller coasters and theme parks. So I knew that you know, he would want to go to California to go to Disneyland, because we didn't get to go to Disneyland the last time we went. And it was really interesting, you know, the time that we went to California, because it was during the time that like the coronavirus was at the beginning stages, that people were worried about it here in the United States. So it was relatively pretty normal still, except like when we got to the airport, there were a lot of people there wearing masks. That caused a lot of people like anxiety while they're flying. I literally washed my hands so many times when we flew, and I was like not touching any of the things that were at the airports. And yeah, I was just really worried about washing my hands. That was me. We still didn't really know that much information about it, but I knew that, you know, washing your hands is really effective, so that's what I was doing. But I wasn't really worried too much. It wasn't like too much in the media at that point. I'm gonna go in with the Mash Stick by Fenty Beauty. This is in the shade Mocha. So I wasn't too worried, especially when we were in California and we were like with my family. I wasn't even worried about it at that point. And when we were in California in LA, everything was pretty normal. Like I didn't really see any people wearing masks. Nothing was closed at that time. We went to Disneyland and it was so much fun. The weather was perfect. That's one thing that I love about California, is that the weather there is really, really good. Even though when we left California, it was raining the week after we left. Normally, the weather in California is actually really, really nice. I don't know when, but we were talking about going back because we only went to one of the parks. There's 2 parks at Disneyland. So we were talking about maybe one day going to Anaheim, staying at one of the hotels that they have right there by Disneyland, and just go to Disney for like 2 days or 3 days or something like that. So they celebrated my grandma's birthday on Saturday when we were there, and that day was my mom's birthday. Like she was born on that day, so they were both celebrating like their birthdays. So many people showed up and it was really, really fun. They had a surprise mariachi for my grandmother, and it was so cool because nobody expected mariachis to be there, and so that was really, really cool. My grandma was so surprised, like she started crying, you guys. Like she's so cute. I love her so much. They had so much food. So they had like pupusas at the party. They had the bean pupusas, and they had like chicharron. So lately I've been eating like the bean ones because I just don't really want to eat pork. I still eat sometimes the pork ones because my mom makes them, and she makes really bomb, like really, really good pupusas, like the best pupusas ever, and so I eat hers. But at the party I did get the bean ones. I heard that the pork ones weren't that good, so actually I'm glad that I got the bean ones. And they had ceviche. One of my aunts makes like amazing Peruvian ceviche because her husband is Peruvian. The ceviche was freaking amazing. I love ceviche. And then they had fruit, they had cake. I think my aunt, she made nuegados, so I don't know if you guys know, but if you're Salvadoran, you know what nuegados are. So those are really, really good. It was just a really great time to spend time with my family. So I'm using this foundation. This is something new that I'm testing out, so I'm gonna use this. I did not take this with me to California, but I want to test it out. So this is the new CoverGirl foundation. You know, I just want to test it out, and then I'll be reviewing it on my channel for you guys. It looks like it's a pretty good match. So while we were in LA, we also went to brunch. It was fun. Like I really liked going to brunch over there. We found this place that my cousin recommended, and it was a really cool place. It's called Open Air LA. I think that was like one of my favorite things that we did in LA was going to brunch. It was just a really good trip for all of us to go, and I just feel really, really grateful and blessed. We were able to go to my grandma's birthday, 80th birthday. Okay, so for powder, I actually took the Kylie translucent powder with me to LA, but I ran out when I was there. Like the last day I was like literally scraping whatever was left. So for powder, I am gonna use a different one. I'm gonna use the Anastasia one. So I don't take this one because it's really bulky. The Kylie one is a lot smaller, but I do like this powder too. This is the banana one from Anastasia. Okay, so this powder is really, really good. All right, so I'm just gonna let that bake. Definitely did not blend down here that good. I took the Amrezy palette with me from Anastasia Beverly Hills. I just really like this palette a lot, and I just felt like it would be really good because it has neutral colors and like a few pop of colors in here in case if I wanted to use some colorful shadows while I was out there, but I did not. So all of this basically happened right before the whole coronavirus stuff blew up here in the United States, in the media, in travel. I'm so grateful that we were able to travel to California, celebrate my grandmother's birthday before all of this happened, because what ended up happening now is everything's closed. A week after we came back, Disney closed. Another thing about travel, like I live in Texas, so they're 2 hours behind, and the time difference can get to me whenever I travel back. And on top of that, there was also a time change where the daylight savings time, so we lost an hour while we were over there. So when I got back, I had some jet lag. I couldn't sleep at night. I still have like trouble sleeping at night. I go to sleep really late. For example, if it's 2 in the morning here, it's still midnight over there. It just puts me like in a really tired mood, and I'm just tired and I feel sleepy and you know, stuff like that. That's why I'm filming right now, which is 9 p.m. the whole time stuff, like it's really messing me up. You know, when your sleep is affected, it can affect your mood and all of that, especially, you know, if you're stressed out. And also I had to get back to work whenever I returned, so just, you know, getting back to work and then dealing with all of the coronavirus stuff, it can be a lot. I don't know, I just feel like employers should be a little more considerate, because it is a lot to deal with, especially if you have to work and then deal with all that's going on right now. I don't know, I just feel like we all need a break right now. Like, I know I was on vacation, but I just feel like I don't want to work and just deal with everything that's going on right now. So I work from home, so basically we're not off. Like, we still have to work, which is, you know, it's good because I'm able to do it from home. So I'm like really grateful for that I do have a job that I am able to work from home. And I know a lot of people, they don't have that privilege. So yeah, I just want to know, like, how are you guys doing? Like, are you guys okay? Like, are you feeling stressed out or anxious? Like, I think what's been like really making me worried or like anxious is like everyone is kind of panicking and they're going to the grocery stores because, you know, they have announced for us to do social distancing. Not necessarily like you do not have to quarantine unless you are sick. So quarantine means you cannot leave your house at all. They're saying to social distance yourself, so basically not going to places that have large crowds, staying like, you know, 6 feet away from people at least. So it doesn't mean that you have to stay at home, but a lot of people do feel like it is that way. And at the beginning I kind of felt like that, and I felt like, okay, I need to get out, like I'm stuck at home. So we've been going to the park. I'm kind of avoiding the gym right now. Definitely, if you're feeling sick, do not go out, just stay home. So we've trying to exercise because that usually helps with stress. So if you're feeling stressed, you know, just go out, do some exercise, and you'd be surprised, like just going to the park for a walk really helps a lot. It just kind of gets your mind off of things. It kind of does that for me. So that's why I just like going to the park when I'm feeling really just kind of like how I'm feeling right now. What have you guys been doing to kind of help with your stress, if you're stressed, or are you just not worried about what's going on? Like, it hasn't really sunk in and it's just not affecting you, or like you don't feel like it's affecting you. You know, like the one thing that is worrying me is the people that are panicking and they're going to the stores and they're literally like selling out all essentials. Like, people are buying toilet paper. I have no idea like why toilet paper. Toilet paper is definitely like the last thing I would be thinking about. There's other essentials that people are selling out, like hand sanitizers and, you know, Clorox wipes and things that the elderly are the most vulnerable for this virus, and they're not going to be able to buy this stuff. And what's really sad is that some of these people are buying in bulk and they're trying to sell it like on Amazon or eBay, which is disgusting. Seriously, like I don't understand like why people would take advantage of others during this time. The stores are actually doing a really good job at restocking. I've seen videos of like lines of people going to the grocery store. Like, I don't want to go to the grocery store. I don't want to go if the lines are long. And they're telling us to avoid crowds, but then people are going in crazy amounts to the grocery store. I don't know, it just doesn't make any sense. I did not go to the grocery store when everyone was running to the grocery store. I kind of just waited. We did order some food online, which we got from HEB. Some of the stuff was sold out, but we were able to get a lot of things from HEB, which is really nice. But now like the online orders are like really backed up. I mean, thank God we had toilet paper when we got back from California, but we didn't have that much food. I decided to go to the grocery store, but I did not go in the morning. I went in the afternoon and I went to Whole Foods. There was plenty of parking. One thing that does kind of like stress me out or gives me anxiety is just going to grocery store, waiting in lines at the parking. I don't like waiting in long lines. I don't like feeling like I'm in a confined space where I cannot move. That's why I cannot go to like music festivals. I went one time to a music festival and I literally like almost passed out. I blacked out. I couldn't see anything because there were so many people around me. I couldn't move. I felt trapped. I've heard a lot of people talk about like anxiety and all of that. I never really knew what it was until I got older, and then I realized like I have had anxiety before. I had to like crouch down to the floor, and like I think it was more of a panic attack than a anxiety attack, which I think it's kind of similar. Like I couldn't breathe. It was really bad. So since then I have been really like just avoiding really big crowds. So that's why like things like Coachella and things like that just don't really interest me that much. They're fun and everything, but they just don't interest me anymore as they did before. Yeah, so I went to Whole Foods and thank God it was not crowded. There was plenty of parking. I was so happy to see that there were a lot of parking spots that were open. And then when I went inside, it was so normal in there. Like I didn't see really long lines. So I just took my time and I was shopping. I was getting all of like the stuff that like food. They had a lot of food there as well, because I was actually worried that a lot of food was going to be out of stock. That can be really scary, you know, like I hope that doesn't happen. I'm gonna wipe away this powder now. I think another reason that I'm feeling this way is because I've never been through anything like this before. This is really new to me. There's never been like a pandemic or like a national crisis. You know, it can be really overwhelming. Like you don't know, it's like the unknown, and like you don't know what's gonna happen. Of course, there was no toilet paper at the store. Like seriously, people, stop buying all of the toilet paper. You don't need that much toilet paper. So I did take this eyeliner with me. This is the Kyliner by Kylie. I just really like this eyeliner. It's like one of my favorite eyeliners. So I cannot talk while I do my eyeliner. So I'm gonna do my eyeliner and fast forward. So the lashes that I took with me on the trip were the Anastasia Beverly Hills lashes, because these have been my favorite lashes. So I use the House of Lashes glue because this freaking lasts a long time. Like my lashes really stay on. The only thing I don't like about this glue is that it gets stuck on my eyelid, so it's really hard to come off sometimes. All of these products that I'm using are cruelty free. So while they're drying, I'm gonna apply bronzer. So I took the Fenty Beauty Private Island bronzer with me and the Patrick Ta brush. So I kind of like using this brush to bronze, and I freaking love this bronzer so much. And every time I stop using it and then I use it again, I'm like, holy shit, like this bronzer is really good. I've been feeling Kind of like when I'm really stressed out or a lot's going on, I just want to lay down and sleep. I love sleep. Like sleep is like the #1 thing that I love. I could sleep for hours. So I'm using the same bronzer to contour. So let me know your experience of going to the grocery store during this time. Have you gone to the grocery store? Do you still need to go to the grocery store? I probably would have been in that group where I still need to go to the grocery store, but I was kind of bored that day and I just decided to go to the grocery store, and it was on the weekend. So I don't normally go to the grocery store. We usually order our groceries online. So yeah, do you guys order your groceries online or do you go to the grocery store? I don't like going to the grocery store because it just saves so much time ordering groceries online. I did not take this with me traveling, but I do use this palette a lot. This is the Park Avenue Princess Tarte palette, and I like to use the highlighting shades here to contour. So I'm using that to kind of just chisel my nose, because sometimes baking doesn't work. Then I like to go over it with the beauty blender. Okay, I think I applied them too close on the inside of my eye, but that's okay. I'm just gonna leave it like that. And I cannot talk while I do this, obviously. Well, another thing about groceries, we actually have been trying HelloFresh for several weeks, almost for a month already. So we still get HelloFresh delivered, so I'm not like too worried about food and groceries because they are still delivering. So far we do like it. However, sometimes some of the stuff doesn't look as fresh, but a lot of the recipes that we have cooked have been really good. So not complaining yet, we still have it. So yeah, let me know if you guys have tried HelloFresh, or if you have tried like any other similar food service. So basically they send to you all of the ingredients in a box, and then you just follow the instructions and you have a full meal. So it just makes cooking like a lot easier. And then my eyes get so watery, like it makes it harder. So I took with me the Fenty Beauty eyeliner, so I'm gonna apply that on my waterline and on the inner corners right here. Have not applied mascara yet. Alright, so for mascara, I took the Thrive Cosmetics mascara. I have a travel size of this mascara, so that's why I took it with me. And I love this mascara. It's literally my favorite mascara. I am going to try the Anastasia Beverly Hills mascara, so I'll be reviewing that on my channel for you guys. So I totally messed up and I have mascara right there, but I'm going to leave it alone because you don't want to mess with it if you get mascara on there and then you just like wipe it away with a brush. So for blush, I did take this one. So this is a travel size blush that I take with me in the shade Party. I really like this blush, and again, Tarte blushes just are really good. They last a really long time, so that's why I like to take this one when I travel, and I really like the shade a lot as well. So I took this with me. There are blushes in here and a bronzer, so sometimes I would use the bronzer in here and then I would use these highlight shades. So I'm just gonna take the blush, so this blush right here, and apply a little bit more. Really like this palette for travel as well because there's like bronzer, blush, highlight in here. So I like this palette too because I can use the bronzer and the other shades for like eyeshadow, or like I just use it for like my under the lower lash line, or like in my crease, the bronzer in here. So this is the highlighter in the palette. It's really pretty. It's so nice. I have been watching the news, I think a little too much. I am guilty of watching the news a lot, and normally I never watch the news. It's a new virus and I'm actually interested in the science. The past several years I have been learning a lot more about science, global warming and all of that stuff, your health. So I have been really interested in science, and so The science behind all of this is really interesting. I have been watching the news, but I've been watching it too much because it is causing me to have like anxiety and stress. I kind of stopped watching the news so much, and it has been working. So I have been feeling a lot better since I stopped watching the news so much. So I'm gonna do my eyebrows now, and I did take the Tarte brow pencil, like the dual brow pencil, with me because it comes with a brow gel, and then on the other side it does have the pencil side. It's like a 2-in-1 product. So one of the things that I've learned is that young people that are healthy, people recover from this virus, but the reason they're telling people to stay home is because they're trying to prevent the virus from spreading. So if I have it, I can potentially pass it to somebody else who would not be able to survive it. And it makes sense to me because a lot of the hospitals are not prepared for a large outbreak. They don't have the resources. So we got to keep in mind, you know, the health workers that are out there dealing with all of this. We've decided to kind of just stay home. We went to a restaurant yesterday. We ordered food to go. We didn't eat there. Yeah, we kind of just have been social distancing ourselves and staying home. I'm not gonna call it self-quarantine, because self-quarantine means you are not leaving your house at all, and that's not really what we're doing. Like, we're just social distancing ourselves, but again, like, we are taking precaution and, you know, washing our hands and things like that. And if we're feeling sick, we're definitely not gonna leave the house. So I also took this brow pencil. This is the NYX brow pencil to use this spoolie, because this one doesn't have a spoolie. It takes me so freaking long to do my eyebrows. It's not even funny. I need to go back and get them microbladed. I hate doing my eyebrows. Set the eyebrows. I don't really want to do this because I'm not going nowhere, but just so that you guys can see. And it fills them in as well, so like the spots that I missed. And then I used the concealer brush to kind of just clean up the eyebrows. And I actually, like, I'm looking at my eyebrows right now and I need to go and get them waxed. What are you guys doing? Are you staying home, or are you just going out like it's normal? So also, like, I have been thinking about filming like a Q&A. Like, I don't think I have done like a Q&A here on my channel, just so that you guys like can get to know me a little bit more. So kind of like a get to know me type of Q&A. So if that's like something that you guys want to see, let me know in the comment section below. Okay, so for the lips, I did take the lip liner nude #1 from GRWM, and then also the Kylie lip liner from Kylie Jenner. I'm gonna use the GRWM lip liner. So are there any products that you guys are interested in? Any cruelty-free products that you guys are interested in me reviewing? Let me know in the comment section as well. Girl, this freaking lip liner is so dirty. I didn't want this video to be negative, but I want to be real with you guys and just like, this is what's going on. Like, this is what we're going through right now. So yeah, I just wanted to talk to you guys about like what's going on, how I'm feeling. Like, do any of you guys feel like 2020 is like, what the F? Like, what's going on? 2020 has been such a horrible, like, not horrible, but a lot of bad things have happened in 2020. Like in the beginning of the year, I lost like a childhood friend. That was really bad. And then Kobe dying, and then with his daughter and the families, and then now this, and then it's just a lot. And it's only been 3 months, like 2.5 months into 2020, and all of this has happened already. Like, what? Highlight on the inner corner of my eyes, so I'm just gonna grab the Amrezy palette, and also on the brow bone. So for lipstick, I took the Kylie Bullet lipstick because it's small. And I know that I took the mini fuzzy Fenty, like the mini Fenty Beauty gloss bomb in the shade Fuzzy, but I think it's in my purse, so like I don't have it here with me. But I also took this one from the Mario KKW Beauty collection, Proud of You. So this is like a really nude gloss. It's like really pretty, but it's super nude. And then I also, like, if I see a little darkness under my eye, I would use this shade right here from the Hourglass palette and just apply on my under eyes, and it would just kind of brighten up. And I'm just gonna apply on my chin and on my forehead. And I took a mini all-nighter setting spray from Urban Decay, and I used that to set everything. Okay, so I feel like my lips are a little too nude. A little bit more lip liner. Okay guys, so this is the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it wasn't too negative. I just wanted to talk to you guys about what's going on, give you guys a little bit of a life update, what I have been up to, why I haven't really been uploading. Just know that, you know, you guys are not alone. We will get through this. Everything will be fine. Yeah, I just think that, you know, things happen for a reason. I know this is happening because a lot of things need to come to light, and I feel like a lot of things are coming to light because of what's happening right now. So it's going to be like a huge lesson to a lot of us, to our country, and I hope that you know, it teaches us something, and something positive will come out of this. So just keep faith. You know, God is gonna be with us. Things are gonna be okay, and there's no need for us to panic, because when we panic and we let fear run our lives, then it can really negatively impact us and other people's lives. Like, I know this video was kind of long, so if you're still here, thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for watching. I love you guys, and I will see you in my next video.